morning, American Reformed Church. My name is Pastor Mark. I am excited to be with you today as today on the church calendar, it is commonly known as Ash Wednesday. And I know for some of us, we may not know the significance of Ash Wednesday. We may not even know the significance of Lent, but let me just share a couple things about Lent to really help us prepare for what these next 40 days are all about. Lent is a period of time that goes from Ash Wednesday all the way up to Easter, where we are called to just really reflect upon the meaning of the crucifixion, but the meaning of the resurrection, what Jesus actually came to do for each one of us because of how much he loved us. And so I wanted to do what we did last year. If you remember last year, we did this video series where we looked at 40 different names associated with Jesus in the Bible. And each and every day we looked at a Bible verse where that name came from, and we really just talked about that Bible verse. And it was nothing scripted. Like, I don't have any of these things written down. I just want to share from my heart what it meant for me. And so we did that last year, 40 different names connected with Jesus. We did a Bible verse every day. And I just heard all the positive feedback from people, like how that helped them in their spiritual walk, how that helped them prepare for Easter spiritually. And so I thought, like, well, we should do something again this year. And so this year, we're going to do something a little different, and we're going to connect it almost to the sermon series that we're going to be looking at every Sunday leading up to Easter. Because this year, the focus is going to be on what should we let go? Like, what should we let go in life when it comes to living our life for God and really just following Jesus all the days of our life? Like, what does that look like on a regular basis? And so I thought about it, and I have all these different Bible verses that really tell us on certain things that we need to give up, certain things that we need to let go, certain things that we need to just say, okay, God, I don't want to try to control my life. I want you to lead me. I don't want to go where I want to go all the time. I want you to lead me to where you want me to go. And so all of these Bible verses are going to focus on different things that we give up, different things that we hand over to the Lord. And so each and every day, maybe it'll be a slightly different topic, but it'll be around that theme. And I believe by really looking at these different things that we give up in our Christian walk, it helps us really prepare our hearts, prepare our minds for Easter, to really celebrate Easter morning on what Jesus actually came to do for each and every one of us. And so let me just read the first verse that is connected with this idea of giving up something. And it comes from Luke chapter 9, verse 23, a very common verse that many of us know. But it is the words of Jesus when he said, "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." And I love this verse because the one thing that it really shows us or teaches us is how this is not a one-time thing. Like, many of us have made a profession of faith. Many of us, have placed our faith in what Jesus did for us and say, hey, I'm a Christian and I really truly want to live out my life as a Christian. But it's not a one-time deal. And that's what Jesus essentially said there in the Gospel of Luke chapter 9, verse 23. We are to pick up our cross daily. We are to deny ourselves daily. And I think like that is such a key verse to remember when it comes to Lent, when it comes to what does this spiritual life look like when we follow Jesus all the days of our life. And so I believe that's the best place to begin too. In fact, this is what the Apostle Paul said in Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. He said, "I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me." And so Paul, he interpreted what this cross bearing looked like as really daily death to self, and a life that was just reorientated around Christ's presence. And so as Christ is inside of us, Christ is leading us. Christ is leading us the direction that we should go, and really the only choice that we have is obedience to follow. And that's what Paul is emphasizing. Dietrich Bonhoeffer even said something very similar. This is a quote from him in a famous book called The Cost of Discipleship. He said, when Christ calls a man, he bids him to come and die. And that's essentially what life looks like for the Christian, or at least what we're called to. And so I know this is a challenging place to start. This is the deep end of the pool that we're diving into today. But it's such an important thing to remember that, as we follow God, as we follow Jesus, we surrender ourselves. And we pick up our cross daily. It's not a one-time deal. We do it each and every day. Every day we wake up, we should just ask the Lord, we should pray saying, God, where do you want me to go? What do you want me to do? Who do you want me to talk to? How can I love my neighbor? How can I impact my community for you? And we pick up our cross daily and follow him. So over the next 40 days, you're going to see something like this almost on a regular basis. It'll probably be a daily basis even, where we look at these different passages and we look at these different things that we give up. Today, we're talking about giving up ourselves. But each and every week, there'll probably be a different theme. And we'll look at different topics that will help us, I believe, really help us see what Easter truly is all about. The importance of that day, but the significance of that day. And to help us really truly see what the meaning of the gospel looks like each and every day in our lives. And so I hope you join us on this journey together this year. I know last year was so much fun. I grew spiritually out of it by looking at 40 different names connected to Jesus. Well, this year I hope we grow spiritually together as well as we look at things that we can give up. How can we live our lives differently and really truly be a follower of God and make God known? That's one of the parts of the mission statement of American Reformed Church. We want to make God known. And how do we do that? I think we do that by living out our lives in surrender to him. We give up of ourselves and we just follow. So I'll be praying for you in this journey. I hope that these videos are helpful and they make an impact on your life, and they just are encouraging each and every day as we come to know the Lord in our daily walk. So God bless. I hope to see you tomorrow. And until then, may the Lord be with you.